You are welcome. It's time for Entertainment Just here for Wake Up Nigeria, and I am joined once again by the delectable, yes, of course, Mary Bashra Alimi. Mary!
Hi.
Mary is preparing for a very grand event somewhere inside of this segment, so you guys watch out.
Please do not mind Mazino. He can be full of mischief sometimes. Mazino, let's talk entertainment.
Okay, let's do entertainment news. Now, let's go over to America where the American Actors Union, has SAG, they are, well, they've embarked on a strike. You've heard about this before. The American Federation of Television and Radio Artists went on a strike over an ongoing labor dispute with the Alliance of Motion Picture and Television Producers. Now, it has coincided with a Writers Guild of America strike as well as part of Borders Hollywood labor dispute. Now, the strike marks the first time that actors have initiated a labor dispute in the U.S. since 1980. Actors strike, and the first time that actors and writers have walked out simultaneously since the 60s. Both the 2023 SAG and also WGA labor disputes have contributed to the biggest interruption, they say, to the American television and film industry since the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic in 2020. Now, Mary, what do you think about this? What are the advantages for Nollywood? Yes, I said that right.
Okay, so I recall we even touched on this yesterday. The reality is a lot is lacking in Nollywood. And a lot of people are being underpaid. You need to reach a certain standard to get what you are deserving of. And in most cases, many people do not reach that standard. And for some people, you have to work several sets before you can even begin to make ends meet. No, it's begin, not even make ends meet. And then on the flip side, you're seeing an actor or an actress whose beginning days you were aware of, and the person is living large, looking, very, they're doing very well, and you who has been consistent in the industry, you're barely there.
Yeah.
And so these are things that I believe actors and actresses, especially in Nollywood, should also be fighting for, not just themselves, but also for their...
Yeah, the betterment of everybody.
Yes,
it's because general good.
If the people working with you are, discontent, it's going to affect the production at the end of the day. And then who looks bad? Not them. They're behind the scenes. It's you.
I think we have a lot to learn. When I asked that question initially, I was deliberate about it. Nollywood now, seeing what's happening there. Yes, fighting for everybody, not just the actors, but also the writers, the producers, and all of that. There were some exemptions, however, like we noted yesterday. I think it was Titi who mentioned this. The fact that if you had your own streaming service, you were not part of this brouhaha. You were not part of this because you're secluded. So I think as Nigerians, most of this fight, or some of the issues here are for streaming services as well, have to do with streaming services and how much people who are involved in these productions don't get from streaming services. Now, in Nigeria, have we started thinking about having our own domicile streaming service for Nigerian movies? There are a few that have come in the past.
Exactly, I was going to say that, yes.
But how big and how concrete is it? And if we had such an instance in Nigeria, how united would Nigerian actors be? Noting there's Nollywood, there's what's the one up north? Kannywood, there's this wood and hardwood and every wood here and there inside of Nigeria.
There's Nollywood English, there's Nollywood Yoruba, then there's Kannywood.
There's the Opiweka.
Stop it.
But there's also the Asaba one. Opiweka that's the biggest one, actually. You get what I mean. But would we be as united as what we see happening in Hollywood?
The issue in Nigeria usually is when something like this is coming together, where you're supposed to unify, to fight a common cause. You see tribalism.
Then there's that. Yes.
You'd hear things like, "Oh, these people usually treat their workers better than these other people." You hear, if it's this particular industry is paddy, because I know you, I can give you 50 or 100K for a production.
And one person comes up and starts a cult. No, I'm not with them.
Exactly.
And there's always that disunity. Yeah, exclusivity,
yes.
Exactly. Well, there's plenty to learn as Nollywood from the instance. I'm hoping that they resolve everything that has, because we love our movies. So
Yeah, we have Actors Guild of Nigeria.
Yeah,
they
we do.
try their best, but then you still see some actors saying, we are not under them, oh, they should not.
Yeah.
We are not, this is
happens.
unity in play, what is happening in Hollywood.
Plenty to learn from. Let's move on now to our next story. So, my man, Jamie Foxx, was pictured for the first time since after that health scare. He was celebrating summer. Now, the Oscar-winning actor, who's 55, by the way, looked very happy as he waved to fans on a boat in Chicago. Now, he was photographed for the first time since his medical emergency, if you remember. And the sighting should be a relief for many people, as it was for myself. On Sunday, a video of the Oscar-winning actor on a boat in Chicago was circulated on social media. And he appeared to be in good spirits, smiling and waving as he went, interacting with people on a nearby boat. 2 months ago, it was reported that Fox was recovering from his mystery health scare at a rehab facility in Chicago that specializes in strokes and brain injuries. Fox took to Twitter on Sunday night, said he was celebrating summer, and tagged Brown Sugar Bourbon, the whiskey company he owns, by the way. Now, not much concerning his condition has been made public since in April, but Fox was hospitalized in Atlanta after an experience. He said he experienced a medical complication.
Complication, yes.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of tongue twisters.
Yeah, there has been. But we don't have details. Nothing has been shared after weeks. But it was good to see him out and about, running wild, even with the theories that are still going about. There were certain chats about the fact that I'm not too sure, that he might have gone partially blind. And but I was happy to see him on the boat, and I was happy to see him waving, which means he could see.
Maz, it still
I love it when
boils
you call
down
me
to
Maz.
our conversation. The what's up and about.
Yeah.
Mind your
business.
If you know how happy I am that this illness has remained a
Mystery, true.
Nobody knows details. Why do we need to have details? If the person does not want to reveal it, allow him. Because when he reveals it, you see charity organizations that deal with that particular illness coming up to say, oh, you need to defend us.
Yeah.
You need to speak up about us. You'll be expected to stand up for certain causes just to push it. He's probably not wanting to do that. So he would rather keep it to himself.
Yeah.
Allow him. If he wants to, eventually he will. And if he never wants to, so be it.
Yeah, well, I love Jamie Foxx. I've been a Jamie Foxx fan since I was, 10. Love his comedy, love him in movies, and I think he's one of the most versatile Hollywood actors that there ever has been.
Yeah.
Another person would be, what's his name? I can't remember, but he's a black actor as well. But they can sing, they can rap, they can act. They're comedians as well as they are action heroes.
I recently rewatched Django Unchained. And
Django, the
like,
best. Absolutely.
Absolutely. It was
Love it.
really cool.
Love it. Well, listen, we have a very big guest in the house who's also going to be performing. So unfortunately, we can't go with much of the stories that we had for today. We're going to talk about Anita Joseph and, the debacle that's been happening. But let's leave that for later. Maybe we'll talk about it tomorrow.
Okay.
But let's let you guys know that we have the one, the only Olakira in the house, and he will be performing. And after that, we will also be having a chat with him. Ladies and gentlemen, performing Maserati, this is Olakira.